Well, hello, hello, hello. My goodness. Welcome to Terrific Tuesday. I am your host, Jeremiah Callihan. Very nice to see you, meet you. My goodness, if this is the first time you're watching this, well, my goodness. Hello. I think I'm getting better at these type of like live events. I don't think that I was this good about a year ago, but I think that that also speaks volumes for the simple fact that in life, if you keep on pursuing and you keep on continuing persisting in your folly, then you have a good chance to perfect it and to get better and to do better. I'm going to read the comments real quick. It is, did someone summon you? William, yes, someone summoned you. Twas I. Hey, hi, you rang. Good evening, group night. My goodness, it's creep night. And good evening, William. My goodness, how are you? How was your weekend? Did you have a wonderful weekend? I actually I have something to talk about today, which is kind of cool. Again, this week I am actually streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. I didn't quite figure out the Instagram. Hello, SP. Good to see you. My goodness. I have a little bit of a lag, okay? So, like, it's my friends. My friends are here. Hello, friends. Good to see you, friends. Oh my! Of course, I've got Red Nose Wellness in the background. You gotta advertise some way, like some way, shape, or form. Friends! Squirrely friends. I was going to ask you, your squirrels, are you dressing them up each season? Side conversation, I'll read your comment when you say it. Creep night, how's the adoption coming? Good news, I hope. William, did you drive safe? That's what we all want to know. Did you drive safe, William? And then Evestine Barrasso, hi, hello, my goodness. Good to see you. Slow but going. Okay, so good. Okay, wait, hold on. So slow but going, it's still going, right? SP, why not? Hear me out, okay? New Year's Eve. Could have had a little hat and a little bit, like a little, one of those, right? Valentine's Day, you could dress them in like a tutu and like little heart-shaped clothes. St. Patrick's Day, the day after my birthday, like, come on, my goodness. That's what we're hoping for. Yes, yes, it is. I'm slow and steady wins the race. It's like, it's funny. I'm gonna fix that because it's gonna annoy me the whole time. I like things symmetrical, and it's funny because a lot of the times people will say that that just made it worse. I think it's the positioning of my chair. One of the Red Nose Wellness. Oh, it is the. Oh, I fixed it. Okay, if you're on Facebook, I'm so sorry. You guys are seeing a whole nother image. It's funny too because I have like the cameras right next to each other. World problems. That's where I'll just shut you out. No, I'm kidding. I could, yes. I'm just saying. I've been thinking about your squirrels, SP. That's all I'm gonna say. Really good. It's funny because I actually have had more conversations this week with not just myself, but actually tremendously, like a tremendous amount of talking about choices and consequences, which if you've been watching Terrific Tuesday for a hot minute, it's like I'll tether that in. I've made a few choices and I've made a few decisions here lately that I'm proud of. And I think that at the end of the day is a really cool feeling to have, is to say, well, I'm proud of my decision. And one of the decisions that I made is with Red Nose Wellness, which, if you don't know what that is, it's my company of anger management, health and wellness, and CPR. I am offering anger management and health and wellness. If you are on any type of food or on any type of government support, I am offering sessions for $50. So if you're on food stamps or if you're on Medicaid or Medicare, then you can get anger management from me for $50. And that is one of those things that I'm super freaking proud about. Why? Because on average, anger management costs about $250 to $150, depending on where you are. Those prices are based in Tulsa. If you're in a bigger city, then that's even more astronomically more. And that is atrocious. And I like that saying of being the change you'd like to see in the world, be that change. And one of the things that I don't like is where all these companies are like just money gouging people. And you're like, okay, well, if they're for insurance, it's free. It's like, well, no, not necessarily. Because if you have to use your insurance on anything, then they're still getting something from you. You just don't realize it. And that's your information. You're like, well, I don't really need it. It's like, if you use your insurance on anything, right? There is a file with your information and what you talked about somewhere out there for people to look at it and to make their own assumptions about whatever and to make their own decisions on whatever. And to me, that just seems a little grody. Like, nobody needs to know really what's going on other than the people that are trying to help you. And then they help you, and just like goldfish, we just forget about it. And for me, I really appreciate that within myself. You come to me, it's like, what's your issue on hand? What are you experiencing, anger wise or health and wellness in the moment that I can, if fits my criteria, I can help you. And if not, that's perfectly fine. Then I find you and I help you find a therapist that is more qualified than me to deal with, like, maybe you need to process trauma. Well, I'm not a therapist, so I'm not going to process trauma with you. And so I can actually help you find someone that's sincere and real and wants to actually help, and maybe won't cost an arm and a leg. Maybe we'll take your insurance, and maybe we'll actually talk to you and you'll feel comfortable enough to talk so you can deal with whatever's going on in your head and the demons inside, and you can move on down the road. And if I can help with that process, then every freaking day. But I know that I have boundaries, and I know I have a certain scope. And so I'm super proud of that. And that's one of those decisions that I'm like, why isn't? I looked around and I was like, why isn't anyone offering, like, regular price, $75. Or you can purchase a plan, which I have 3 different plans. I was going over it last week. Go from there. But yeah, decisions. That's pretty much to go over it. That's one of those things I'm proud of. What are you? How was your weekend? Tell me in the comments. How was your weekend? What did you do? What is one thing that you are grateful for? What is one thing that made you feel whole this week so far? From Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It could have been since Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Now, what made you feel complete? I'm grateful for still kicking it. Kick it! Beastie Boys reference. Yes! Yes! Oh yeah! Kicking it. You're still here. It's like, you ain't gonna take me out that easy. William said, I don't want to talk about this weekend. However, today was extremely exciting. Yes, it was. I bet you have big news. William, you always have big news. Everybody has big ne's. You ever talk to someone and they're just like, how's your day? And they're like, nah, it was okay. It's like, I feel that sometimes people just don't know how to articulate their words in such a way that they can really express, like, something that made them feel whole. And sometimes that's okay, because sometimes you're not going to feel 100%. And I don't think you should ever be expected to feel 100%. If anyone says, you have to be 100% all the time, it's like, well, yourself, because sometimes we have highs and sometimes we have lows. William says, we're going to have a special guest coming to the Red Cross next month. Fantastic. Hey, congratulations. SP said, I'm grateful for my strength and my relationship with my Lord, our Lord. Oh, I like our Lord. I don't know why. Every time I say our Lord, I sound like Medea. Oh, hey, honey, I tell you, all you got to worry about is you, me, Dupree, and the Lord. Those people are full of crap if they think they can articulate all the time. I know. I actually do Terrific Tuesday, obviously, and there's sometimes I can't articulate my words all the time. Like, you just can't. Hello, Casey. Casey says, my education makes me happy and I got to talk to a friend I don't normally get to talk to. Hey. And Daniel says, what up, JC? See, okay, first, Casey, yes, getting to talk to a friend that you don't normally talk to. Why don't we? Why don't we actually talk to those people that we know we want to talk more to, or that we probably should, or someone that you in your life haven't reached out to recently? Why don't you? Why is it more of an occurrence? Daniel says, what up, JC? What Oh, the ceiling, Daniel. The ceiling is up. Creep Night says, writing creep nights make me happy. Hey, have you wrote any recently creep night of your creep night stories of YouTube creep night? If so, let me know. Daniel, what's up with you? You up to? Hey, I'll have to go check them out. And then William says the Hidden Gentleman Wellness. Ooh, hey, that is extremely fantastic. It's funny. I never thought making a business, starting my own business, doing any of this, I didn't think it would be this fun. And I didn't think it'd be this fulfilling. Now, it's funny because our general society now doesn't tell you how easy it actually is to like make your own company, to do your LLC. Thank you, Daniel. And I think it's crazy because if you have a good idea that might progress the world more than we are right now, then why don't you? Fear it might not work out. It's like, yeah, but you're going to have fear that you might get fired. And then you do. It's like, and then what? Like, at the end of the day, shit rolls downhill. And if you're at the bottom of the hill, you're going to get the worst end of the stick. And then you're going to be like, what's wrong with my life? It's like, well, what have you done to try to progress it, to move it? Look, started the company broke. And then I got a lifeline. And I got really great support that really helped me along the way, that made it worthwhile. Very encouraging individuals, and I'm grateful. That's what I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that I can do this. Ready? In with the fresh air. Out with the bullshit. It's all bullshit. Danielle says it's extremely fun but challenging, all in the same sentence. I know it's an oxymoron in itself. You are welcome. If you have a passion, why not turn it into an income? Yes, if you have a passion, if you have something that you're like, no, this is worthwhile, and you can get paid for it, like, persistent. Like, what is it that you want to do? Who do you want to be? Well, I really wish that I could ride horses. You like horses? Okay, there are I can never say the word, Asquarian schools that teach horses, and wish my creep night would, but I also love doing it as a hobby, and maybe vice versa. If it takes off, awesome. Look, I love teaching anger management, and I love teaching health and wellness. You're like, Jeremiah, you're a bigger dude. Like, how are you talking about health and wellness? It's like, health and wellness is a lot more than just your physical health. And by the way, I have not had a Red Bull since November. We are going on 3 months, and I have not had coffee since the 1st. I have only had milk and water. No soda, no tea, no lemonade, just milk and water. Don't touch my milk, okay? It's like, I like my milk. William says there's an aquarium classes all over the place. All you have to do is go to your local farm, agriculture, ranch, store, and ask them about local educators. And that's true. But you just have to have that willingness and that drive to ask. I'm lactose. Okay, look, Creep Night, I'll have all of it. Like, I will have all of it. It's specific, though. I like specifically milks, or Brahms milk. I don't like any other milk, but Brahms. And if you've never been to Oklahoma, there is a store called Brahms. Even the people that are lactose intolerant will still eat Brahms. It's like, give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh my goodness. I checked my Facebook and I seen Danny. Hello, Danny. Good to see you, Danny. I don't know if you're still watching on. And Kalina says Brahms milk is good. And it is. It is delicious. But it's funny because it's like a lot of the times It's funny. I'm like doing this two thing. Like, ah! So, wait, ready? Watch this. Huh? Yes, Brahms is awesome. Anyways, back to it. Okay, so the whole thing that I wanted to talk about, the whole thing that's been on my mind for a hot minute, choices. We all make choices. And I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but let's talk about 1,001 more times. Everyone gets to choose. Everyone has a say in anything and everything that is going on, if you want to believe it or not. Well, Jeremiah, what do you mean by that? Okay, hear me out. If someone is rude to you, you get to choose how you respond to it. You get to respond in a positive way. You get to respond to a negative way, but you get to choose. If someone is nice to you, that is also a consequence. You have a positive consequence of responding well to it and responding not so well to it. Now, whoever would not respond so well to the positivity, then my goodness, I don't know. But you get to choose what you eat. You get to choose what you consume, you watch. You get to choose who you spend your time with. And I'm grateful right now you're spending your time with me. You get to choose what surroundings you have around you for the most part. You get to choose what type of clothes you get to wear. We're very privileged when it comes to the United States of America that I don't know one person here that didn't get a say in what type of shirt they get to wear other than my sons. They get to choose which shirt, but they don't get to choose the shirt that I buy. You get to choose which way you drive to work. You get to choose if you want this or that. And we have all these like choices. But when things get hard and things get rough, we pretend that all of our choices have been siphoned up and taken away from us. And it is not so. It has never been so. It's never been so to give up your choices. The only choice you get to choose in the choice of making yourself feel like you don't have a choice is making yourself feel like you don't have a choice. And that old song, Should I Stay or Should I Go? Choice. It's like, I love you. That's a choice. I hate you. That is a choice. The reason I'm talking about choices is because I've seen a real big uptick in other people and how they're treating people and how they're responding to certain situations, which is a little bit concerning. Because though you might get elevated and stimulated by any type of situation, you get to choose how you respond to that situation. It's just one of those reminders. What are you talking about? Well, if someone cuts you off in traffic and it really upsets you, you get to choose to say, hey, I don't know if that individual, those very challenged people, I don't know if they're going to go see their dying mother in the hospital or what type of day they're going through. So you kind of embed this type of empathy in the mix of your choices. And you start doing that. You start realizing the world is not out to get you, and almost everyone that you talk to is having some type of imposter syndrome. I see you. Oh no, what if someone catches me as a fraud? Don't worry, they're not onto it. It's like, what about you, Jeremiah? Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. It's like, you get to choose. You get to choose how you wake up in the morning. You get to choose how you wake up and you treat people. I'm still kicking it. I'm still here. I'm grateful for my breath. I'm grateful for the Lord. I'm grateful for, okay, you have this gratefulness, and eventually they see you for who you really are. And guess what? For the good and for the bad. And I absolutely agree, Creek Knight. For the good and for the bad. But here's the thing, is like, I want people that will accept me for me. Like, I know with Terrific Tuesday, it's like, I try my hardest to be as professional as possible, but I'm still me. And I appreciate you coming back every week. I really do. It's like, I enjoy this. This makes me happy, and it seems to make you happy as well. It's like, good. But I want you to, the way that I want to love you is the same way that I hope that you love me. Is just for my good and for my bad. I'm not a perfect person, and you're not either. And then we find our happy medium in the middle, and we say, okay, well, you're not perfect. And you're like, you're not either. It's like, okay, oh. I would have it any other way. I'd miss you if you were gone. I'm glad that you're here. Actually, in fact, I'm very grateful that you're here. Because whenever you're here, it means that, we're not all alone, and you're not alone. If you're feeling alone at any point, if you're feeling kind of shut out and down, it's like, you're not alone. It feels that way sometimes, and that's okay. But may I suggest maybe watching a little bit more Terrific Tuesday, or if not, find somewhere that you feel that fulfillment kind of felt. And if you're going to a dead-end job that is making you feel drained and exhausted, may I suggest you consider making an exit plan? Maybe find something that doesn't exhaust you so much. I know it's hard and it's scary, but I truly believe at the end of the day that if you're not supposed to be where you're at, God has this way of whoop, taking you out. Here we are, there we go, oh. Amen. Just like our kids, man, I'm trying to be what my kids see, because eventually they figure out exactly who you are, and it's the same way in any relationship. Yes, Daniel, it is, though. 100% it is. And it's wild, too, because you don't realize it until you just take a moment. If you would only take a moment, take a moment. You take a moment and you breathe and you look around and you go, I thought everyone else had it figured out besides me. I didn't know that you didn't have it all figured out either. It's like, well, you're not going to. You're not ever going to be 100% where you figure out everything, and that's okay. Be okay with it. Be okay that you're not going to always be 100% okay. It's like, you have to find that harmonious middle ground, and you live there on the good days and on the bad days. It's like, find yourself someone or some people, groups of people, friends, love lives. Find yourself a place where you say, okay, hey, you see me at my worst and you're still here. So it must mean that my good and my great is that worth it, huh? Huh? I was actually having a conversation with one of my clients recently, and it was funny because as we were talking, I realized that, like, I wanted to, in the middle of the session, I wanted to get up and be like, this is beautiful. It's like, because it was like, the person's telling me about what they're experiencing of their problems and why they're angry and what's kind of contributed to their anger management specialist. And I'm like, the anger that he was describing wasn't anger at all. It was legitimate, like, concern and legitimate, like, worries. And the worries are just masked as fear, and then the fears masked as anger. And I was just like, wait, hold on. And so we talked about it and what pissed him off and how he handled it and how he approaches different anger moments. And I found it really relieving to go, I'm talking to a human being here. And it was nice. You ever have those conversations with someone? You ever have a conversation with someone to where you're very grateful that you're sharing that moment? Like right now, I'm feeling a little bit of that euphoria talking to just you. I know this is a one-way conversation in some regards. In other regards, I have the comment sections that's delayed, but I'm grateful. I don't know how to explain it any other way. And I know I probably sound like a broken record right now, but I wanted to take a moment and point out the fact, isn't it beautiful that we have choice? We have the freedom of choice, and there's not a damn thing that anyone can do to take that away from you. SB, that's tough sometimes, Jeremiah. It's wonderful to have friends to give us support when we feel that way. Terrific Tuesday is a great place to share and be grateful. It is. It is. It's funny because this is like in a lot of ways our little. It's like an open support group. Believe it or not, my anger management groups are actually like this too. It's funny. So I have 6 chairs, and so the groups I have minimized because anything past 6, and it's out of control unless you have like 2 facilitators, 2 instructors, and so I keep groups to about 6, 7 participants, and it's very much like this. It's like you took whatever it was that was really frustrating you, and you break it down in front of other people that are also experiencing that, and you realize, wait, so I'm not crazy for feeling this way? I'm not a lunatic for expressing my frustration this way. It's like you have a whole room just uproar and laughter going, I feel that way too. It's like, oh, now I feel a little silly. And then you're like, it's like, good. That's why I actually called it Red Nose Wellness. It's never serious, always sincere. Oh my goodness, I got more comments. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to meet you as well, Daniel. And I am grateful, SP. Creep Knight says, I remember the first time I saw Terrific Tuesday LL. I was the last viewer, but was too nervous to answer. Well, hey, and I'm glad that you finally did. Daniel says, everyone needs support with their mental state is currently has nothing to do with whether you need it or not. We all need it in different ways and varying degrees. I absolutely agree. I 100% agree. And Anthony Taylor, hello, Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor says, I now work in Rogers County Jail. Life is crazy. Love every moment. You know, I honestly, after you told me that the first time, I got really excited because I'm like, I could see you doing really good there. I really could. I think that that's actually really cool that you're there and that you do that. And I'm really glad that you're actually enjoying it. You know, not a lot of people enjoy working at the jail. Here coming up pretty soon, hopefully I'll actually have the opportunity to actually teach anger management in like a prison system or a jail. I don't mind it whatsoever at all. I actually find it very beneficial on both ends. It's funny. I love teaching anger management because it really contests to this. And the reason that I actually set it up to being anger management, health and wellness is because they actually tie together. So anger is a secondary emotion, right? But in actuality, it is a response to something bigger or to something else. So if I am fearful, then a lot of the times our fear can actually be translated into anger in itself. I have anxiety and I feel frustration and I'm getting uneasy, and then that frustration turns into anger. And it's like a lot of the times when you break down anger, it's like it was communication. Like I can't explain it any better than that, but anger management is literally just managing how you respond to situation and to your stressful situations, to where you realize that your anger that you're experiencing was actually something much more than just, I'm angry and I don't know why. Well, if you don't know why, you come see me and we talk about it, and then it's like, oh, well, maybe that's a lot deeper than I probably need to explore that. A lot of times, yeah, maybe it stems from your childhood. Guess what? At that point, the most appropriate thing that I do is I say, and right there, the moment that we got your anger managed, I find you a therapist or some professional help. That is not myself. I do not get paid for it. I find you a therapist or some help that can help you much more in depth that you might need, and where you don't feel, I guess, like the black sheep or the odd duck out. And you're like, oh, what if I don't like them? It's like, okay, let's find you someone else. You don't mind? No, I love it. That's actually what I love doing the most. Anthony Taylor said, I asked to be where I'm needed most. Similar parallels. Glad to see you, bro. Oh my goodness. Good to see you as well, Anthony. And I think so too. Here's the crazy part, guys. If you ask the universe for a statement, if you say, God, Yahweh, Allah, great flying spaghetti monster, whomever, whatever, if you ask whomever and whatever you believe, the universe, we'll use the universe, universal, great architect, however you want to say it. If you ask the universe, put me where you need me, or I just want to help, or can you do this? I can't explain it, and it doesn't happen instantly, but it happens. And you got to be very careful for what you ask for, because I promise you, when you ask for it, you will receive. And when you receive, be very, very aware that you get exactly what you asked for. If you say, I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I'm a nobody, the universe will take that as a statement. And I can't explain it. I really can't. But the universe will say, okay, I will make you feel small and stupid and insignificant. And you will end up feeling small, stupid, and insignificant. But if you wake up and you say, I've got this, this is mine, today is my bitch, I'm going to grab by the horns and this is my day, and then you end up having your day. You end up having the day that you want to have. What day do you want to have honestly and earnestly and sincerely? Do you want to have a bad day? You ever wake up and you're a little bit of a rascal? I see you. And you say, well, I just want to be a little bit of a rascal. But it's not fun if I tell anyone. So there you are. Life sucks, so poor me. Oh, poor me. What shall we ever do? It's like, you're going to start feeling that reciprocality, that receptive feeling. The world will look at you and they'll say, you want to match energies? Sure, why not? Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people also find hurt people. Up and rising and feeling a little bit better about yourself, you'll notice that, well, things actually just kind of going on upwind, and maybe I just had really good luck. Maybe you subliminally ask the universe for it. Well, you can't say that for everything. No, not for everything. There are atrocities that happen, and they are shameful. But guess what? How you respond to those atrocities, how you respond to those situations is everything. It really is everything. With Jeremiah, that's easy for you to say. No. How to learn it the hard way. I've had my worst day ever. And I am very grateful that I had some really great people around me. I'm really grateful that when I was at my worst, I didn't surround myself around the worst, because then I would have made bad choices. And then I would have blamed the world and said, oh, woe me. Anthony said, no need to explain, let be. Daniel says, I agree with you. Find the doors will open when you're ready, not when you think you're ready. Yes, okay, so look, here's another thing. The world will put you exactly where you need to be, not exactly where you want to be. And I think that is the most coolest fact that I found in this world. When I found that out and I realized it, it was just like, it was very beautiful. There are some things that we want that are not our right option, and sometimes it takes a long time to realize that. Yes! Could you imagine if you got everything that you ever wanted? Could you imagine if in your life you got exactly what you asked for to a T? You ever wish bad on someone? Could you imagine if that actually came true? How awful you'd feel? You ever wish awful on yourself? How many times have you told someone that you loved, get the hell away from me, I don't deserve you, I want you to leave me alone? And deep down, you're like, don't leave. Please don't leave. I know I'm a little bit of a tyrant, and I know that I know I can get, I'm hard to get along with, but please don't leave. It'd suck if you weren't here. The universe, I think, is very selective in that regards. Life would be boring. It's funny because it's like, if you think about it, I think we're exactly where we need to be. Not where we want to be, but where we need to be. Creep Knight said, it'd be good at first if we got everything we wanted, and then it would be boring and nothing would work forward to it. Okay, true. Okay, so I wish I had $1 million. You got $1 million. And then your collectors and your debt collectors come surrounding and they come for you, and you're just like, now, now the money is gone, and the family that you didn't even know existed pops up, and they want some of that beautiful cheese. Anthony, yes, be present. And that's all that truly matters. But how? How can you be present? What is it to be present? So the past, there's the present, and there's the future. The past, it's like, that's depression. I'm trying to think of the saying that I really like, and I don't know who said it, but the past is the present, and the future is anxiety, and the present is peace. Or the current is peace. That's why they call it a present. Something like the sort. And I'm like, if you think about, is the money really ours? No, the money is not ours. If you look at a dollar bill, it says it's a legal tender. I actually am a big like person of when it comes to money. Money's not yours. The whole money game of debt and like your tangible can be stripped from you in a hot minute. Everything around you, everything around me, I can't take it with me when I die. It's not mine. It's not. Now, it's funny. On Facebook, I actually posted a post recently, and I'm going to reiterate it because I think it's really important, and I mean it. I also posted it on Instagram, posted a screenshot, and I'm going to read it to you real quick. I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. I think I did. Here it is. Just hear me out. This goes back to Red Nose Wellness, but I've had a few people respond, but I'm needing more input. Okay? So this is what I put. The key core piece of what Red Nose Wellness is about is you. And it'll always be about you. When I say you, it is to be understood as you in our society, our community, our well-being, and what is best for us. When I say us, that means you. Red Nose Wellness was created because we saw a lack of authenticity when it comes to other places serving you. With their prices, red tape, bureaucracies, and approach, it makes it hard to be genuine when you have proverbial sharks in the water that do what they please and don't give many options or say in how you are treated or the care that you are given. So, we choose to be different. Without further delay, I present these questions for your consideration. Now, these are the questions I want you to ponder in the next Terrific Tuesday. I just give it a week. I just want you to think about it. What do you want from us? Now, if you remember, us means you. What would you like from you? What do you want to see in the world? What do you want to... If I have this company, Red Nose Wellness, and I can create a place to where it creates something that's beneficial for our society, what is that? What do you need help with when it comes to your health and wellness? Like, what do you really need? I had one guy come in and he signed up for anger management, but what he was really needing was help to sign up for food stamps. And so we spent the whole actual session signing him up for food stamps. We went to the website and I showed him how I've done it in the past, and he got food stamps, and then found him a therapist, and he was like, I really appreciate having just health and wellness coaching. And he's like, I just needed someone to help me. It's like, okay, that was just an example. How can we make our society a better place? And then after considering these questions, please let us know. Message me, call me, I don't care. I'm trying to create a thing. Now, this is the beautiful thing. Are you ready? I hope that you're ready. I'm ready, Jeremiah. Okay, awesome, wonderful. I'd hope so. So, what I am now proposing to do, what Red Nose Wellness is going to do now, is I got this wrapping paper during Christmas, and I had this great idea, and so the idea actually starts now. The best thing about having your own office is you can do whatever you want with it, which is just freaking, for the most part, you can do whatever you want with it. Like, obviously there's rules and regulations, but this I can do. I'm gonna have it, this wall is gonna be the grateful wall. Now, I'm gonna start this off, I'm gonna actually put out a formal post, but I'm going to give you a P.O. box, or you can email me, or you can give it to me in person. I would like for you to give me something that makes you happy, something that makes you grateful. A picture of what makes you happy. It can be your kids, it can be your car, it can be your friends, it can be that turkey sandwich that you had at lunch last week that you just were like, good. I need to find a way, and I'm going to find a way, and I want to find a way that you can send in a picture of, so Daniel said, my friends and family. So, for example, Daniel, I'm going to use you for real quick. This is going to be spread out. I have tape. I haven't set it up yet. And the way that I'm going to do it is I want Daniel to send me a picture of his friends and his family. If a group picture, maybe one or two pictures, and a description of why he picked his friends and his family. Like, what is it that made him happy and grateful about his family? Now, when you send it in, I'm actually going to put it on the grateful wall. You're like, okay, well, then what? I'm going to turn everyone's submission, when I get enough submissions, I'm going to turn it into a book. You are going to be part of Red Nose Wellness's history, and I'm going to call it the Wellness Book. And it's going to be a book of something that you're grateful for, and something that you're thankful for, whatever you want to send. And Daniel, that's why I'm going to make multiple books. It's funny because, here, I'm like sitting. It's funny. I know it's too small to fit everyone. I do. Maybe even just for yourself. I'm going to create a book. It's going to be called the Wellness Book. What I've noticed is whenever you're feeling despair, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling a certain type of way, sometimes it is good to open a book and to see what other people are maybe grateful for. Or when you ask that question and someone says, I don't know what to be grateful for. And it's like, well, here's what other people have been grateful for throughout. And you see friends and family and a turkey sandwich. And they're like, you realize that you can be grateful for anything. So something genuine. And Daniel, I know the wall is, here's the best part. Here. I have my walls, okay? I got the space. If I keep it open for too long, when it fills this wall, that's going to be a book. I had a dream about this, okay? I had a dream about it, and then I went to Walmart, and I found this brown paper wrapping, and I would like, when I was at my lowest, when I really didn't want to be here anymore, I loved going on social media and looking at other people that were having a really great time. And I can't explain it to you, but it made me happy. It made me happy looking at other people smile. It made me happy watching other people laugh when I couldn't bring myself to laugh. And I would stand in the shadows and I just watch people. And that really, several times, because I've tried to check out of this world several times. And 9 times. I told the universe I was a cat and I wasted my 9 lives instead of the 10th times on the universe. And then COVID happened and I was like, ha ha! The universe was like, ha ha, I got jokes. When I was at my lowest, it made me happy. And then I was talking to a client recently, and it turns out they do the same thing. I was like, okay, that can't be a coincidence. I thought about it. I had this paper, brown paper, in the corner by my door, and I thought about it, and then, yeah. The pictures that you send me, if it's P.O. Box, or if it's in person, or if it's email, you can send it to rednosewellness@outlook.com. I wonder if I can actually make that a post. I'll put it in the comments. It's funny, I don't know how to fully do that. I'm on my phone whenever I'm doing this live stream. But it's rednosewellness@outlook.com. But if you're interested, just let me know. I want to make a book, the wellness book. And if you want me to put a fake name, then I'll put a fake name. But I think it'd be really cool. And just give me a description of why it's something that makes you happy. And then if you email it to me, I'm going to print it out. I'm going to put it on the wall. If you mail it to me, then I'm going to put it on the wall. And if you want it back afterwards, then that's perfectly fine. And then I'm going to go from there. What do you guys think about that? Or is that just like one of those crazy ideas that, Jeremiah, hold the brakes. Don't do that. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. I would much rather listen to someone call me than for me to have to listen to their eulogy and kick myself for not seeing the signs or trying to help when I had the chance. Oh, if you already sent the email, that's perfectly fine too. I think Creep Night already sent the email. Awesome. That makes me happy. Hey, if you want a correction, I'm the only one that sees the emails, anything that you send me. But if you email me and you're like, no, I changed my mind. I don't want my kids. I want the neighbors' kids because they're so much nicer to me. I'm kidding. But no, I'm going to have a wellness wall. It's going to be a wellness wall. And so anyone that walks into my office, anyone that walks into the space, it's a wellness wall. And honestly, it's like, maybe it'll jumpstart something that they're grateful for. Because it's really easy to stay negative whenever you're in that mode. When you're feeling negative, it's easy to stay negative. But when you have some support. But yeah, send me a picture. And so like I said, like this whole thing. It's going to just be dropped. I'm not going to paint. I'm gonna thank you, Amber. Thank you. I'm glad that you like the idea. Send me it though. Amber, you're included. Amber on Facebook loves the idea. From what I don't have my glasses. From whatever else you said. Hey, I'll be your health and wellness coach. 51st and Sheridan. I have my own office. But no, I just want to be the change you want to see in the world. That'd be creepy. What's creepy? Wait, that would be creepy. Oh, the neighbor's kids? Yeah, that'd be creepy. Super creepy. If that's what you're referring to, Daniel. I don't know, Daniel. Tell me now, Daniel. All right, so this is what I need from you, because it is coming to an end. Could you possibly, if you feel that you know someone that would benefit from watching Terrific Tuesday, yeah, please don't. Okay, Daniel said it'd be creepy sending pictures of your neighbor's kids. If that's what you're grateful and makes you happy, that's what. I need you to send something else, okay? Unless you have some context behind it, okay? But no, if you know someone that would benefit from Terrific Tuesday or Red Nose Wellness, if you know someone that needs anger management, and if you know that person is on food stamps, I will see them for $50. If you know someone that's not on food stamps but still needs anger management, I'll see them for $75. Now, here's the crazy part. If someone buys one of the subscription plans that I have for Red Nose Wellness, I have the first plan. I will send you a Monday good morning motivational text. You've got this. It's going to be individualized, not AI, from me personally, of how wonderful you are. And then you'll get an end of the week text. So that'd be 2 texts. You'll get an end of the week text at the end of the week on Friday if you get one of the plans. And I will say, I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. And I will give you like a shit ton of just like positivity just threw up. And then you'll get a call that I'll send you a text that'll say, don't answer this call, and I'll leave you a voicemail, and I'll have the Rocky theme song or something behind me, and I'll be like, yeah, you're wonderful, I'm glad you exist, and just something fun that if you're having a crappy day, you can listen to the voicemail and be like, this guy is ridiculous, and he's out of his ever freaking mind, and I'll be like, I know, thank you, bye, Felicia. And then with one plan, it's one you'd get the text, the calls, and then you'll get a session, and then another plan you'd get 2 sessions, another plan you'd get 3 sessions, and then I'm actually about to update that to where if someone wants to have a session once a week, which I don't think that anyone would really want to have once a week session with me, but it's going to have a benefit to where they're saving like $100 or $75, so something of the sort. And I don't just do anger management, I also do health and wellness, and I also do virtual. So if you know someone that maybe is not in the state of Oklahoma, I have obviously camera galore, and I can video conference them and virtually see them, and I can also help people from virtually. I like seeing you in person, but I get that sometimes location, and distance is absolutely a problem. So, anyways. Yes. Creep Night says, I hope that your Monday didn't suck. I guess all I have to say is what? Which, it is 9 o'clock. With that, I am just going to say, hold on. Ready? Oh my goodness. Hello, Edie, and hello, Amber, and okay, so ready for YouTube. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I hope that your Monday didn't suck. And now it's Terrific Tuesday. So all I gotta say is, what? And thank you for being you. You're wonderful. You're wonderful souls. You wonderful individuals. Now, my goodness, stay wonderful. Let me know if you need anything. And please, okay, look, like I said, I'm actually gonna tell you in 1 second, Facebook, so give me 1 second. Let me say bye to my friends on YouTube. You guys are all my friends. Okay, give me 1 second, okay. Red Nose Wellness at Outlook.com. Send me a picture, or you can send me a mail if you want, but send me an email of whatever you're grateful for, whatever makes you happy. I'm going to put it on the wall. It's going to be part of history because I'm going to make a book. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for being you. Bye-bye now. Bye!